guys, it's Game Face and welcome back to episode 19 of my Leeds United career mode. Now today we've got a huge game against Liverpool. This is probably one of the biggest games I've had to play so far on this Leeds United first season I've done at the moment. And yeah, this is the team I'm going to be playing with in order to hopefully try and beat them. But before we get into this game, if you could go hit 20 likes on this video, I'd really appreciate it, guys, as always. And also go subscribe as well if you haven't already. We're getting quite close to 3,000 subscribers now, actually, which is absolutely incredible. So thank you so much to everyone that comes back and watches and obviously subscribes as well. Yeah, we do have the game against Liverpool in the FA Cup 5th round. The team we're going to go with is this, I believe. We've got Chris Wood in front of Dwight Gale, Grealish on the left, NG on the right, Ali and Cook in the centre mid positions, and then Pedro Enrique and Smith at centre back. Taylor, Berardi and Butland make up the rest of the defence. This is the bench I've gone with. I think that's pretty much what you'd expect from the players I have available. Heskey's a little bit tired, so maybe it's a risk putting him on there, but I still think he can give you something off the bench. He's a very good player, surprisingly, Heskey, on this game. So let's see how we get on. We will give them the home kit, I think, or do they have an alternative? I know we've got alternate kit. And hopefully beat Liverpool. What a huge game this is. If we can beat them, that'd be absolutely fantastic so we can get into the next round of the FA Cup. Come on, it looks like they've probably played a pretty strong team against us. I've seen James Milner here. We've also got Lucas Leiva. I'm pretty sure it's Benteke up front, number 9 there. So I think this is their starting 11 team. They've not gone with a weak team to play against us. So that means we have to be at our best today. Hopefully we can be, but yeah, we need a little bit of luck as well. Hopefully we're going to try and absorb the pressure for the first few minutes and break away like this when they make mistakes. Chris Wood here. Oof, couldn't quite get past Sacco. Milne down the right-hand side, looking for a cross maybe into Benteke. Does beat him to it, but I think it's going to be a corner. And already Liverpool are applying the pressure. Not playing fantastic, but they are definitely on top at the moment, having most of the possession. And Milner, the really poor ball in there. NG through to Chris Wood. No, he hasn't got the legs, has he? Moreno's still on the side of him, Chris Wood. Was that a deflected shot, or was that just a poor shot? It was just a poor shot, albeit on his left foot though, I suppose. It is still 0-0 at this point. Dele Alli looking for Chris Wood. Again, just doesn't quite have the legs to get onto these through balls. We might have to change around our style of play, potentially go for some more crosses, because he's probably got, Lovren, and I'm not really too sure who the other centre-back is, but he's probably got both of them, to be honest, in terms of height. So maybe we decide to go down that route a little bit later on in the match. But Klein here getting really far forward, but the ball isn't very good. And that was it for the first half. It is still 0-0. Not very many chances at all to show you in this first half, so we'll probably breeze through it quite quickly. But yeah, I am going to have to make a change, and it's going to be Chris Wood. I know I said I'd keep him on in order to try and put in some balls in, and hopefully he can hopefully we can cross it to him. But it's just not really working out. So what I'm going to do is stick, I think, NG or Dwight Gale. I'm not really too sure who to put up front. We are going to go Dwight Gale, I think. NG just in behind. Might change it around later on, though. And we'll take off Chris Wood and bring on Patrick Roberts, I think. I was tempted by Sam Byron, but I think we'll go Roberts instead, just to give him some more game time. And yeah, hopefully that improves things into the second half, and maybe we can nick a goal late on. Lewis Cook still going here on his left foot. Oh, saved by Mignolet. That's probably our best chance so far. Cook with a very good run for us. Jack Grealish now to take the corner. Oh, that's pretty poor. Out to Dele Alli, and shame about the, was it chest down or something? Yeah, not particularly great. Next change to be made is basically taking off Dwight Gale and bringing on Alex Mowat. Hopefully that improves things. We need our attack to be a little bit better. Defensively, we've actually coped with Liverpool really well, especially in the second half as well so far. So I'm hoping that continues, and now as I'm saying that they are pulling us apart here. Benteke out wide. Can they get a cross in? Anybody in there? No, not really. Here we go, Dwight Gale's through here, still going, cuts back inside on his right foot, and he scores. 76 minutes in. Liverpool desperately need a goal now, and we are winning this game 1-0. Dwight Gale, who was about to come off actually, has gone and got himself potentially the winning goal here. Brilliant little run, had to cut back inside though, just get on his stronger foot, and he kills it past Mignolet, 1-0. And that is it, we have knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup. And another cup upset in this series. Brilliant news for us. And we're into the next round now. Brilliant stuff. Look at the possession. They have really dominated us on most of those stats there. But the one that counts is the goal. It's the scoreline, isn't it? That is what counts. And yeah, we've managed to win the game 1-0. And that means we're now probably going to be up against, it says Rotherham or Reading there, but you never know. Sometimes it gives you different teams in the next round. I will happily take that 1-0 win against Liverpool though. Heskey isn't happy with his role at the club. That's a little bit disappointing. I've probably played in more games than I expected, really. We will move on to player development now, and I think we're going to train the same 5 players. Well, technically 3 players, because Batista takes up 3 of the different training drills. So I think we'll go with that. Hopefully it works and we can get some player growth within our squad. And Batista's gone up yet again to 58, I believe it will be. Happily take that, to be honest. Charlie Taylor's done very well again. Heskey is still 34 stamina. I think he might have actually gone up recently, that stamina, so that's very good news for us. And now on to the next game against Sheffield Wednesday. So this is very good news for us. Bamba is returning from injury now, just before the Sheffield Wednesday game. He's also sent me an email to say that he's ready to play and he's okay to play. So that is very good news. We're now 4th in the league at the moment, so that's even better. However, this is a big game because Sheffield Wednesday are just 2 points behind us and they're in 5th place. So potentially we could get further ahead of them, or they could overtake us here. Or in fact we could, if we drew, still remain 2 points ahead of them. So it is quite a big game. I'll change around the team. I'll be back in a second, and I'll also have decided whether I'll actually be playing the match or simming it. Okay, this is the team I've gone with, and basically what I've done is I've brought in Bamba. I have decided to risk him, even though he does still have a plaster symbol next to him. I've decided to risk him. That basically lets you know what I think of Bamba and how vital I think it is to the squad. So put him in there. Basically the same team really, except I brought in Adeyemi. I've also put Dallas on the left, brought in Grealish into the centre attacking mid position, Buckley out on the right, and it's NG up top instead of Chris Wood. That means that is the bench. Now, I'm not 100% sure that's the one I want to go with, but I think that's the one I want to go with, actually, the bench, yeah. I'll keep Chris Wood on the reserves this time. I'll just drop him from the match. And basically what I'm going to do is quickly check and see whether I need to play this game or whether I should be simming it. I mean, I've got a long break afterwards, so I think what I might do... Oh, actually, the Burnley game I want to play, but it is at home. I'm going to actually play this one, I think, against Sheffield Wednesday. Hopefully get ourselves another win. We desperately need to win as many games as possible at this point in the season to try and get automatic promotion places. So yeah, let's go with the game, hopefully win it, and yeah, we'll see how we get on against Sheffield Wednesday in the Yorkshire Derby. Come on, here we go. I've changed around the team a little bit as I showed you before we started the game. I'm hoping this is going to be a good enough team though to beat Sheffield Wednesday. They are a beatable team. We are currently ahead of them in the league, so I think we've got a decent chance here. NG up top as well, so plenty of pace going forward. I'm just hoping that Sheffield Wednesday don't have loads of firepower themselves. Stuart Dallas here running through. He's got nobody really in the box to play it to. Still going Stuart Dallas on his right foot. Oh no, couldn't get a shot away. Was getting pulled back slightly there, but not enough for the penalty, I don't think. Oh, they're through here. Lopez with a chance, and it's 1-0 already. Sheffield Wednesday have made it 1-0. Lopez there, and I think it's Bamba's fault here. I'm going to blame it on anyway. Gets beaten to the initial header, probably should get there over the centre forward, but look at this ball in. Bamba gets drawn in, and in the end we dive in a little bit too much, and it leaves them with a clear shot on target against Jack Butland, and it's been taken. We're now losing 1-0. I need to get back into this game. Forstieri and a block by Jack Butland. Again another chance for Sheffield Wednesday, this time to double their lead. They do have a corner 5 minutes before half time, and potentially another chance for them. It's gone in there, Butland's come out and saves comfortably. Now then, can we counter-attack from the corner? We have done it a few times this season. Adeyemi is the one that's going to hopefully lead it. Doesn't have loads of pace, but he's doing well so far. Still going here, Adeyemi into the middle. Oh, that is really, really poor. Yet again, it's that pass there. And it didn't really go very well, did it? And that is it for the first half. Still losing the game 1-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. And yeah, it's not going great, really. Haven't had loads of chances for us. We are going to keep the team exactly the same though, just for now, and hopefully try and get a goal in the first 15 minutes is the aim. Whether we can, I'm not too sure. We need a goal back as soon as possible, really. Adeyemi getting forward yet again. He likes to do that. And again, another cross. This time it goes in. It's Jack Grealish just won the header. I was about to say, typical when I start crossing the ball in. We haven't got Chris Wood up top, so I didn't expect anyone to score that. But Jack Grealish has got on the end of it, and now it's 1-0. What a brilliant start that is from the kickoff. 3 minutes in, and we've already got ourselves an equalising goal from Jack Grealish. Brilliant leap from him, and it's now 1-0. Ball through to NG here. He's one-on-one with Tom Lee. He's a former Leeds player himself. Can we get round him? He has done, I think, and the other defender stops him. Dallas now didn't really get a decent shot away, but it has gone out for a corner. Just 15 minutes left. Can we find a second goal to secure the win? Come on. No, we can't find a second goal from that corner. Kept it in. On. He's in the middle. Oh my god. Actually scored. How the hell has that happened? We have managed to score from the corner, except it was the cross back in, which somehow, I think it's Cook gets there, but Adeyemi with the header anyway, 2-1. Wow, that was absolutely brilliant. Really happy about that. Brilliant closing down. I think it was Lewis Cook that closed the defender down, but you'll watch it back on the replay here, and it's absolutely brilliant from the lads. So that was fantastic stuff. If you've watched the way we close him down, I think it's Lewis Cook. I'm not really too sure. It might be Charlie Taylor, actually. Anyway, the ball comes in, just about keeps it in, and obviously Adeyemi there with the finish. That is now 2-1, and we're winning this game with about 15 minutes left. Okay, now we've got the lead. I'm going to bring on Dele Alli, and I'm going to take off, I think, Lewis Cook. Give him a bit of a rest. We'll also take off Jack Grealish and bring on Emil Heskey. And I think we'll take off Buckley. And I'm pretty sure we're going to bring on Alex Moe, I think. Except we'll drop him really deep and we'll kind of go to a false 9, but with Heskey, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's an interesting formation, but one that we're going to try out for the remaining kind of like 15 minutes of the game. Oh, wow. They've scored with 3 minutes left. That's just unlucky. I think, again, it's hit Bamba. I think he's the one that's deflected it onto him. Watch this back. Yeah, Bamba blocks it and hits it first time and scores. 3 minutes left. That is just really unlucky. That's one of their only chances, really, in the second half. They've barely had any chances, so just extremely unlucky from us there. And that could be that we've just drawn and potentially dropped 2 points. That isn't good at all, is it? Really disappointed about that, but there is still a little bit of time. Okay, now there's no time left. Now I've conceded that free kick. Adeyemi again leading the attack for some reason. Heskey onto Adeyemi. Can we find another pass? That's not really a pass, Adeyemi. Okay, and that is going to be it for this match. We've drawn the game 2-2. I nearly said loss, to be honest. It kind of does feel like a loss, even though we did get the point. But yeah, very disappointing end to that game. We were so comfortable, and then the goal came out of nowhere. So we've drawn the game 2-2. At least we haven't lost the game. That's the main thing with them being so close to us in the table. But we'll probably take a draw, to be honest, against Sheffield Wednesday. A bit more of a realistic result, I suppose. But yeah, we are still 4th at the moment. We're just now 3 points behind Cardiff, who have a game in hand. So not ideal for us at all, really, that draw. Especially with them now having a game in hand. But we do have a little thing here from Stuart Dallas saying thanks, boss, for playing him. And we'll also do some more player drills, except I'll change around the players this time round. Okay, these are the 5 players I've gone for. I went with Jack Bullen because I'm not trained him, I don't think, yet. And he's nearly 75 overall. That'd be brilliant to have a player of that quality in the squad. So, really trying to get him up now. He'll probably stay in this selection of 5 players for quite a while now. I'll probably go with the same 5 for a little bit. But again, just trying to train a few different players. Batiste obviously was still in there. And just try and get him up as high as possible. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. I do have the game against Burnley coming up. I think it's at home as well, but I will leave it for this episode, I believe. I'll quickly actually do the player developments again, because we do have to do it again, so that's very good news. And look at that, Butland's gone up without doing the player developments, which is even better news. So I'll quickly have a look at the monthly squad reports from the Youth Academy, and we'll see how players are getting on here. We've got Ben Edwards, 45 overall, potential, looks okay. I mean, if you got to 82, that would obviously be brilliant. We do have some other youngsters in there as well who look fairly decent. Batiste obviously looking the best one by a mile out of all of them. He's 58 overall and 15 years old, so we'll happily take that. It looks like a really good winger, but for now we won't promote any other players into our senior team, and that is going to be it for that, I believe. We will move on now, like I was saying before, to the player drills, hopefully get some players up, and again we'll go with the exact same 5 players. Hopefully try and get Butland as high as possible as well, and just see how we get on. But NG's gone up in finishing. He's now up to 76 overall. Sorry, not 76 overall. 76 on his attribute. Batista's gone an overall, I think, to 59. So we're looking pretty good, actually, with those youth players now. And we're getting closer to getting some really talented players in the squad for the next year, which will be brilliant for us. And yeah, let's have a quick look at the emails that I've got, and again we've got 180 grand from the FA Cup, not too bad. And Charlie Taylor wants to discuss wages, so we've got how much do we have to spend. We don't have loads of money really to give him on wages. No doubt it will ask for a ridiculous amount, as they all do. I think we'll just go with that. Now basically, yeah, I've got 12 grand to spare, but whether he wants that much I don't really know, to be honest. We'll have a quick look. Charlie Taylor's currently on 6 grand. I reckon he wants about 15. Let's have a little look. Okay, he wants 20. I can't give him 20. This is a bit awkward. Can't really give him that amount. I can give him 18. Again, he won't accept that. They never do when you don't give them the right amount. So, sadly, he probably will reject that and he won't be very happy. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this one, please hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe as well. It'd be really appreciated. One thing to quickly note before I do end this episode, I think Cardiff drew as well, so we're only 4 points behind them, which is brilliant news. But that is going to be it, so that is everything I have to say, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.